want to know, and this is really what I think I've been trying to get at the whole time. Did in the beginning of your food exploration and learning how to cook, did it become a meditative process?
Yes, very much so. It for
And
me,
were
it
you aware
became
of that at the time?
not a chance.
Yeah.
No, and I would learn. I could get into a zone with cooking that separated me from the rest of the restaurant to
Hmm.
be able to cook. And I don't mean that as in like a rush zone. I mean like I'm putting out quality dishes in a fashion that the
Yeah.
restaurant there's over 5,000 restaurants downtown Cleveland, like in the main area. Like
That's crazy.
there's you'd be amazed how many there are all around like cities and stuff. But
Well,
like,
but
and you got to
I've been,
remember that's circumference area, so
yeah,
that goes out
sure.
to some of the suburbs and all that too. We ranked in the top 100 at TripAdvisor. Like we had that many reviews at
That's
one point,
amazing.
right? And for me, like they congratulate the city, certain cities like that. Like they were congratulating us. You've done great. It's not the award, but it meant people felt that much love in the food, that
Yeah.
meditation side of the food, the love I was putting in there, that they actually felt compelled to go write about it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I mean, the having someone that cared enough about another human being to teach them how to cook and teach them about food, and they obviously loved cooking and loved food. So, I mean, that's really what I've been like ever since you brought up the cooking.
mhm,
Like, I just kind of knew that was there, but that's something that I feel like everyone in their life has a meditative practice that they probably aren't even aware is a meditation. And if they were to understand it as a meditation and use it as a practice of meditation, then it would have more benefits for them. That's my thesis, you know, and
I think that's a great thesis. I could give you a good one that I'll blow your mind with. So, do you want to know what my favorite meditative state is now? So,
what?
like, I do many different things. Like, I work so hard and puts myself through a lot of anxieties that when it's time to sit down and meditate, I have different avenues from exercise to
Mm-hmm.
diamond dots. I don't know if you've ever seen those.
Mm-mm.
Uh, think color by numbers, but it is much bigger. So I did a like 50,000 piece diamond dot thing where
50,000.
yeah, like for real. I'll have to send you a video of it. Like
Yeah.
I sat there, I started it before Halloween and I finished it Christmas night.
Wow.
And I mean, it's not like I worked on it hours at a time and every day, but like
Still, just
it was a
50,000 of
meditative thing,
anything. Yeah. Oh, yeah, of
right?
course.
So my whole thing was it was a Van Gogh, The Starry Night, and all 38 different diamond dots to match the colors of the Van Gogh. And each one has a point that's so tiny that it's like for real. I'll send you a video after this.
Yeah,
I
no, I'm curious.
um, it's but that was a meditative state. But the one that I go to that when I really need to break and like be alone is I spin fire and I
Oh,
play with fire. So
all
for
right.
me, I spin a dragon staff. It's 6 feet tall. It has four balls of flames on either side. I go into this state where I hear the music and I don't see the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And from the cooking, learning that meditative state, I've seen other areas that I use from business
Mm-hmm.
to exercise for personal growth to fire spinning. And the fire spinning, I've been paid to spin in front of people. I get paid I for a while there. And then COVID came along and that was my side hustle. It was like I'd get paid to go do private parties and I'd cater them and do the
Mm-hmm.
entertainment. You know what I
Nice.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Great way to
That's
make some
amazing.
extra money.
Yeah.
Yeah, spin fire. Everybody that was the wait staff spun fire, so that way it like really brought together. In
Yeah.
Cleveland, Ohio, that's not happening. You know what I mean? That's why I did it. It was so different. And the thing that made it that I see today is those areas that are meant to be that meditative
Mm-hmm.
don't need to be for sale. And
Right.
that was something I had to learn for myself. Like when I spin, I can go spin for 4 or 5 hours and I'll just be outside by myself and in this state, and it's a dance.
Mm-hmm.
And I never knew, when you're in your element, you don't see the outside unless you want to.
Yeah.
And for me, when I'm in that element, I never see people watching me. And I could be in a park spinning and all of a sudden I'll stop and there's like 50 people watching. And I'm not exaggerating. I've had that happen twice where people were like, it looks like a dance even when it's not on fire. And when you're in your element, it feels so good. So for me, learning that meditative state now is something I have for me, and I don't go get paid to go do. It's that I use the reference back to being a youth pastor. This little light of mine is my light that gets me back to being grounded and branded.
That's amazing. That's really awesome. I mean, that's one of the things that I just want for everyone, is to have that, knowledge of what is going to help set them free, and my mom, and this is part of the reason why I started teaching meditation, 20 plus years ago, when I was young. I was in my early 20s. Is my mom would use ironing as her form of meditation. She would iron underwear. She would iron pillowcases. She would iron anything and everything that went through the wash, because it was meditative to her. And she was able to release herself from whatever she was dealing with, from my sister and I, to my dad, to the business that they ran together. At one point, want more? Check out this clip or the full episode. And don't forget to leave a comment. If you want more conversations and clips, check out our channel. Thanks for listening. See you next time.